We have some really interesting news regarding cryptocurrencies. As a space, Facebook has recently lifted its idiotic ban on cryptocurrencies, and I call Facebook out for their stupidity for banning cryptocurrency ads on their space. Now, Facebook's not entirely to blame. Obviously, there was a PR trend and I understand how decisions are made by these big technology companies, such as Facebook and others, like Facebook and Twitter, who decided to ban cryptos and ban ads related to cryptos. But I think that Facebook drove away a really active community because cryptocurrency in general on the internet is really a very active space, and I think that it goes ideally with the social network platform. And what Facebook essentially did when they shut down a lot of these different ads and a lot of these different communities, they've been banning accounts related to cryptocurrencies. They've really damaged how cryptocurrency uses Facebook and so forth, and I think that it hurt them where they would listen to us. It hurt them in their wallets. They realized that cryptocurrency is worth a lot more to actually allow certain elements of crypto to be advertised on platforms like Facebook and Twitter will eventually come around as well, and I believe as well Google is not very far off behind. They were announcing that they were going to be banning crypto ads in June, but they've pulled back a lot of it. Certainly they did ban quite a large section of cryptocurrency ads, but it was nowhere near what people were expecting when the initial ban was announced. And moving forward, it is interesting to see how the public consciousness regarding cryptocurrencies has shifted and developed and also matured. I think that the things that have been happening over the past couple of months, the past 9 months, have been really eye-opening for the community. We've seen cryptocurrency hitting its all-time highs towards the end of 2017, and then of course a steep, steady movement downward movement, then followed by a lot of drama with various different companies, to say the least. However, it is interesting to see how the space has managed to continue to move forward, and I'm very confident in the future for cryptocurrencies, especially with news like Facebook returning ads. I mean, this is big for the community. This is big for the overall consciousness of cryptocurrencies, because people who are using Facebook, back when Bitcoin was at its all-time highs, Facebook was completely spammed with cryptocurrency related content, and I can understand why what with all the various different things that have been happening involving Facebook in these past couple of months. They've really certainly been under a microscope. A lot of people have been paying attention and been very critical of Facebook. So, like I said, you can't entirely blame them for making these decisions. They do have their own best interests in mind, but it is interesting nonetheless to see how these technologies have moved forward and developed in coordination with a lot of these different variables. And I'm very much interested in seeing where things are going to be going. I mean, we're currently looking at Bitcoin dominance at 42%. This is probably in due to the fact that a lot of it's been a very terrible market lately. I'm not going to mix words, and a lot of people see the value being drained out of a lot of the altcoins, so they decide to run to Bitcoin. And it's interesting to see how the space has been developing and getting used to this sort of volatility. But certainly those of us who've been involved with cryptocurrency for any amount of years are used to this sort of activity happening on a much larger scale, and things will continue to move forward probably similar to as they have been for quite some time, and then we'll start to see things shaping up. But this news regarding social media attention being drawn back to cryptocurrencies is definitely a positive development, and it says a lot towards the public consciousness and how the conversation regarding cryptocurrencies is being allowed to develop once again. And this really didn't take much time. It seems as if we just gave Facebook a little bit of time to rest. I mean, Facebook's not even that powerful anymore. They're very much in decline, but it is a very interesting indicator to see that they've given this sort of permission back to the crypto space, which definitely says that a lot of voices have been heard along the way. So in a way, this is a congratulations to the community for vocalizing this sort of opinion. And I think overall, as we move forward, we'll start to see this space developing and becoming more and more accumulating a lot more of these powers behind them. So next step is Twitter to remove the ban, let's hope, and keep pushing for those. Be vocal. We have a very vocal and active community on the internet, and I think that it's awesome to see and that's also one of the reasons why it's awesome to have different people who have YouTube accounts that are and Twitter accounts and so forth. And if you make sure that you're always tweeting at these companies and letting them know, staying keeping the information. Twitter is a really great resource when it comes to these things, and staying up to date regarding this space in general. And of course, I'm definitely interested in where things are going to be moving. If you guys are interested, you can connect to us on Twitter. That's at CryptoTuber, and the link to our Twitter is actually in the description. That's always good, and make sure that you're following your favorite cryptocurrencies on Twitter as well too, so that Twitter is not only a great place to stay in contact with one another, but we can also send messages to the establishment as well. I think Facebook, this is a perfect example of Facebook hearing the vocal power of the Facebook, the YouTube, the community as well, across the board. But so definitely a good day for cryptocurrencies, as we've seen the space developing and giving us some more breathing room as we continue to move forward, and we see this space developing. And all that being said, just one quick disclaimer: this video is not financial advice. This channel is for educational purposes only. Remember, I'm not your dad. Just standard disclaimer there. But I'm definitely interested in seeing where this space develops as things have been moving forward, and I think that this is a big step, movement forward. And definitely moving from this point onward, I think this is an interesting approval from. We could have done it without Facebook. Let's be honest. Facebook's trying to do this for their own benefit, because cryptocurrencies are developing through TRON and Steemit and DTube and all these. The decentralized internet is a growing power that's ultimately going to overcome these old technology companies. And that's why I think Facebook's scared. When you really think about it, I think they're scared of the potential, and they're scared of us being aware of the power that we actually have as a cryptocurrency community. So it is interesting to see how the space has been developing, and we've been seeing it's been a rocky road, and I think everybody needs to pat themselves on the back at some point and realize that we are on the midst of a paradigm shift that's going to really affect everything on all different levels of society. The Internet of Things, and what we're seeing happening in the news regarding the conversation that's happening involving data, involving Facebook. The public is becoming more aware, and cryptocurrency is rising up alongside this, and it really is an awesome opportunity. Everybody who's involved in crypto right now is definitely here at a very advantageous time, as we've seen this space developing and so forth. So the fact that we do have this great platform to have this conversation, and share our opinions and so forth. So feel free to you know, engage in the comment section and so forth, and you know, share your opinion regarding cryptocurrencies, because you know, this the whole purpose of this channel is just for things like we've been seeing. I mean, Facebook removing the ads is a very good, I mean, it was bad when it happened, but I think it was the fact that they did it was good, because it let us show how strong of a community we actually are. And it's the first step is, you know, staying in communication with each other. So when you're on like a Discord talking about cryptocurrency and stuff, like, you're actually doing the work of moving this space forward, and you know, helping these things develop and so forth. And as we see Facebook in decline, we'll start to see different cryptocurrencies filling that void. And I think as we move forward, we're going to see some really exciting things. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this content. Make sure that you subscribe, and of course comment your opinions down below.